I started the letters from there because they had this way of speaking, which I know you're familiar with. In a way, it's a lot closer to the way you guys speak than Americans. It's a very lyrical way of speaking and very old-fashioned and lovely, and it actually had kind of a rhythm to it. And once I figured out that the cadence, I was able to lift whole phrases, and because there was a way that they sort of rhymed. And so I set him up in the winter of 1777, which was when George Washington and his men were in wintering. Their troops were wintering, very, very cold winter in Valley Forge, while the British soldiers were being wined and dined by the 1% in Philadelphia, and they were all staying in the big houses and plenty warm. And well, my grandfather was out there in the trench lines, digging his trench lines, and I actually walked his trench lines a few years ago. So this is, like I said, I set him up, and when I was reading the letters, there was at one point where he asked for a waistcoat, and I thought, that's my line in, you know, that just sounded so, you know, it just so personal. And so I set him up, and then after a while he sort of has his way with the song. Jedidiah out of the snow, walking the frozen trench lines, wet boots and his wool coat coming apart at the seams. Rations of hard-baked dough, handfuls of melting snow. What else can a man live on but his dreams? Not 20 miles away, in the mansions of Philadelphia, loyalists laying their money down on the king. We've provision enough for the day, but if victory were just for the wealthy, our noble cause wouldn't be worth the hardship we're suffering. Sand the cloth for a good waistcoat, I dream of your hearth and the fields of oat. I wake to the drum and